Hey, what's going on everyone? So today I got a pretty fun video for you guys. This came in the mail. This is a Nintendo Switch Lite, and I've been meaning to get one of these for quite some time, but I've been focused mostly on PC stuff over the past year, so I just haven't got around to it. But with E3 coming gone now and no Switch Pro announcement, I thought it was a pretty safe bet to get one of these. Now, I already have a regular Nintendo Switch with detachable Joy-Cons, but I thought, well, I mostly game in handheld mode, so I thought this would suit me a little bit better. And also I wanted another Switch just for multiplayer as well. Now, what we're going to do in this video is we're going to unbox this and also talk a little bit about why right now is the best time to get a Nintendo Switch. Okay, if you like this video, make sure to click the like button and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. And we have a Discord server now, so come along, join us there, and I'll leave a link in the description below. Let's get straight into it. I'm going to give you guys 5 reasons why right now is the best time to get a Switch or a Switch Lite. The first reason is timing. Right now, PS5s and Xbox Series consoles and PC hardware is really expensive, and I just paid $200 for a Switch Lite, a very reasonable entry price for a system with a ton of exclusive games. Now, I'm not saying everyone should do a 180 and settle for a Switch, but the value choice right now seems to be a Nintendo Switch. Prices are slowly coming down for PC hardware and GPUs specifically, but you could buy a Switch Lite now, wait a few months for GPU prices to continually drop, and still be ahead with both. Another point I want to make about timing is there was supposed to be a rumored Switch Pro announcement just before E3. Now, that didn't happen, so I expect at least the next 2 to 3 months to be free of Switch Pro announcements. Also, my bet is on the next Switch Pro coming out around the same time as Breath of the Wild 2 in 2022, giving a reason for Switch owners to upgrade. Finally, aside from a possible discount on Black Friday, the next couple of months will be when Switches are going to be at their most plentiful in stock, and possibly cheaper in some countries where retailers will discount due to higher stock counts. For example, I just picked up another Switch Lite in Australia at 228 Australian dollars on Amazon with an extra $20 cash back, which worked out to be about 155 US dollars. So right now before Christmas and the holiday season is the best time to get one. Let's talk about pricing versus other portables. There's been a lot of talk about PC-based portables playing Steam games recently. The Aya Neo started at $789 for the cheaper 500GB model and $869 for the 1TB model during the Indiegogo campaign, and prices are supposed to be about 10% more at retail. The GPD Win 3 is also similarly priced at $849 for the cheaper model with a slightly slower processor, the Intel 1135G7, and $949 for the faster model, the Intel 1165G7. So it's pretty hard to condense all the pros and cons between PC portables and a Switch handheld into a 1-minute section of this video, but having used a GPD Win 2 in the past, I found it a little less user-friendly than a dedicated portable like a Switch. That includes games not working, tweaking games, or finding reasonable performance settings. So it wasn't really for me, but it might be something you like, so I don't want to put you off getting one if that's what you're really after. That said, the price difference between the two is in the order of about $10, $60 games, enough to get you plenty of Mario, Zelda, Smash Brothers, and Mario Kart. The other thing, of course, is a PC portable is much more useful if you can't get to your PC, like if you're traveling, and want to play your Steam library, whereas a Switch offers alternative Nintendo games. There's a lot to say about PC portables, so I might do another video some other time, but if you have a question about whether you should get a PC portable or a Switch handheld, make sure to comment down below and I'll try and get to your question. The third reason is DRM, online check requirements on other consoles, and day one updates. With Switch games, the games can be played off the cart for years to come. Some games ask to update them, but it's not a requirement to play the game, which means should you ever buy a brand new console, you can still play the original game that came on the cartridge. I found that in the last few years, I've lost quite a lot of interest buying games on PS4 as a result of this, given that many games can't be played without a day one update or require huge updates that fundamentally change the game. With 100 million plus units sold on the PS4, I'm sure it will be supported for a long time, but there is a concern of what happens when they turn off their online servers. The fourth reason is the Switch library now in its 5th year is surprisingly solid. If you haven't kept up with it, Nintendo has been releasing first-party games regularly, and there's an abundance of Mario 2D and 3D titles, Zelda titles, Mario Kart, Super Smash Bros., Splatoon, Mario Party, and in the latest E3, 2D Metroid makes a return, and WarioWare finally gets a Switch game. I've complained about $60 Nintendo games that don't get discounted before, and that's definitely one of the downsides of Nintendo gaming. However, I think the library here is worth it, whereas in the past I've not bought a lot of games for my 3DS, GameCube, Wii and Wii U. I think the Switch is finally the Nintendo console I will get games for. With Nintendo Switch now at 85 million units sold, games should continue to be made for it, and I think this is a good system to collect for. Finally, the fifth reason, this might be the cheapest and best multiplayer system going around. Sure, I get most people could just game on mobiles and tablets and not invest in a separate system for multiplayer gaming, but playing on a single Switch with multiple Joy-Cons around a TV is still a really enjoyable experience at just $300 for the system. Our family is still continuing to enjoy Mario Kart, Smash Bros. And Mario Party, and been playing them on both the Wii U and the Switch. If you haven't got a Switch, I'd recommend the original Switch with detachable Joy-Cons and HDMI out, especially if you have kids around. Of course, there are downsides to the Switch. Some people don't like Nintendo games, some people don't want to pay $60 for software, some people just don't want an underpowered system like a Switch. All of those reasons are very valid, but I think I gave some pretty good reasons for people who may be on the fence about getting one, or perhaps rethinking their existing gaming plans. Now that we've had all of last year's PC and console hardware release, I think the Switch is the most compelling purchase given it starts at just $200. That's it for this one. Click the like button if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.